Manchester United to sack Erik Ten Hag with three-man shortlist to replace the Dutchman. Manchester United are to sack Erik Ten Hag after a poor second season from the Dutchman. With Sir Jim Ratcliffe having installed a backroom team behind Ten Hag, there now appear to be plans to replace the former Ajax head coach himself ahead of the new campaign. Team talk says that it's game over for Ten Hag, with successors being considered by the United hierarchy, with journalist Ben Jacobs naming 3 potential replacements for the 54-year-old. The Gareth Southgate links stem from Dan Ashworth having worked with Southgate. Julian Nagelsmann is another candidate believed to want to return to club football. Zinedine Zidane will almost certainly be on the succession planning list, but being on the succession planning list doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get any contact or offered the job. It just means that you're part of a collection of names that are there to explore. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is rumored to be more favorable to Zidane. So, what is your opinion on this subject? Who would you like to see in charge of the team? Sir Jim Ratcliffe has decided to sell 7 players as part of a summer cleanup at Old Trafford as he prepares to rebuild the Red Devils. A number of big-name Manchester United players could be sold this summer, according to reports. It has been another season of struggle for the Red Devils this term, having failed to build on their third-place finish last term in their second season under Erik Ten Hag. The Red Devils find themselves 6th in the Premier League table, 11 points off of Tottenham and Aston Villa, who are tied on points in the race for a top 4 finish. United's chances of qualifying for next season's Champions League appear to have faded, and with this in mind, part owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe is reportedly planning a large squad overhaul. According to Manchester Evening News, as many as 7 first-team stars could be shown the exit door at Old Trafford, as well as a number of players being allowed to leave for free. Tom Heaton, Anthony Martial, and Brandon Williams all have deals that will expire in the summer and are likely to be released by Erik Ten Hag's side. Heaton has played a small role for the Red Devils, making just 3 appearances since joining in June 2021, and is seen as surplus to requirements. Martial, meanwhile, has been plagued by injuries in recent years, and the club feel as though it is not worth extending his deal. In addition to those 3 players leaving on a free, the outlet claimed that Omari Forson, Alvaro Fernandez, Hannibal Mejbri, Donny van de Beek, Jadon Sancho, Facundo Pellistri, and Mason Greenwood could all leave this summer. The majority of those players are currently out on loan, but after underwhelming spells away from the club, are likely to be allowed to leave on a permanent deal. Greenwood and Sancho, arguably the 2 biggest names on the list, seem to have their futures decided with the club, unlikely to keep them upon their return to United. Greenwood, 22, currently on loan at Spanish club Getafe, is contracted to United until 2025. However, his deal includes an option to extend that by a further 12 months. After an internal club investigation, the decision was taken to send Greenwood out on loan, but could now be prepared to let him leave permanently. Meanwhile, Sancho's time at the club seems to have come to an end after his public falling out with manager Ten Hag. Furthermore, youngsters such as Fernandez, Mejbri, and Pellistri have all been on loan this year, but haven't kicked on and are unlikely to retain a place in United's squad for the next campaign. Manchester United have to agree $47 million fee to sign midfielder. Manchester United need to revamp their midfield department, and the name of Teun Koopmeiners has been on the radar at Old Trafford. Last month, Gazzetta revealed the Red Devils have an edge to lure the Dutch international from Atalanta. Today, the Italian media outlet have covered another story and stated that the 26-year-old is wanted by Juventus. Koopmeiners is the Bianconeri's favorite to reinforce things in the center of the park, but due to interest from the Premier League, his asking price is very high. Manchester United have to agree a fee of at least 47 million that Atalanta are demanding to offload their prized asset in the summer transfer window. In the current campaign, Koopmeiners has netted 13 goals and provided 4 assists in all competitions, and suitors should keep an eye on his performance when he faces Liverpool in the Europa League on Thursday night. Gazzetta have also talked about Juve's interest in man-out forward Mason Greenwood, and United's interest in Juve's Gleison Bremer. United need to send Amrabat back to Fiorentina as his loan deal expires at the end of the season. On the other hand, the likes of Eriksen and Casemiro are past their peak and should be sent out in the summer. Do you think Manchester United should pay 47 million to sign two Koopmeiners from Atalanta? Manchester United to reward brilliant defender as Ten Hag prioritizes bumper new contract. Manchester United reportedly plan to reward Willy Cambuala with a bumper new contract to recognize his first-team breakthrough this season. The teenage defender shone against Liverpool in Sunday's Premier League clash, leaving Ten Hag and his coaching staff convinced of his talent. Cambuala has been a surprise breakout star this season due to Ten Hag's relentless injury crisis, which has forced him to use 27 different defensive combinations. The 19-year-old has made 8 appearances since earning his first Premier League start in the defeat at West Ham United in December. Cambuala is set to receive more opportunities in the coming weeks, with Harry Maguire the only other available centre-back in Ten Hag's squad. Lisandro Martinez, Raphael Varane, Victor Lindelof and Johnny Evans are all injured, joining both left-backs Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia on the sidelines. According to Hitsi, United plan to demonstrate how highly Cambuala is rated at Old Trafford by offering him a bumper new contract. Ten Hag is said to have made it clear to the club's new football hierarchy led by Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos that they should prioritize sealing Cambuala's long-term future. The France Youth International's current contract expires in June 2025, the same date as Maguire and Lindelof. Varane and Evans' deals are up this summer, but he is reportedly delighted at United and now a permanent member of Ten Hag's senior squad with how the season has unfolded on an individual level. Premier League Starlet trying to block out Manchester United speculation. Everton defender Jarrad Branthwaite is trying to block out the noise surrounding his future as he focuses on the remaining matches in the Premier League season. The level-headed 21-year-old has been hugely impressive this season as an emerging star in Everton's defense as they battle against relegation for a second year running. This has led to speculation over his future, with reported interest from Manchester United, Man City and Real Madrid. Branthwaite is under contract at Everton until 2027 after fresh terms were agreed in October. But they are a club facing financial implications, which means they will be listening to offers for some of their biggest assets in the summer. There is a possibility of getting the young England international at a cut-price deal should the Toffees get relegated to the Championship.